Hello. It is Friday, and you know what that means?
It's onwards and upwards. I'm Irvin from 9.09er.
And I'm Luciana with Kinetics USA. We're both in for Tanya Friedman today, co-hosting Onwards and Upwards. Welcome, everybody. Today's topic is English exam heroes. Irvin, what does that mean?
For the longest time, Kinetics helped nurses to go to the United States of America. And apparently, we understand that English examinations are the main hurdles of nurses. That's why when someone passes IELTS or OET or PTE or TOEFL or any of these English examinations that are needed to secure a US visa screen, they are simply called heroes. And we want to inspire every nurse around the world that it's not actually insurmountable to pass these English tests. That's why.
And that is. And Irvin is breaking up now, but what he was saying is that's why we have this show today, because they are truly heroes.
That is right. So, shall we
Let's take a look at if you are watching, let us know in the chat where you're from, what's your name. We would absolutely love to hear from you. We have Zain from Dubai is joining us.
We also have Sarah from Zimbabwe. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Zain. What about the others?
Yeah, and Jakir from Bangladesh, people from all over the world. Let's bring in our wonderful guests, our heroes today.
The first guest is Miss Anna Cruz, and I'd like to introduce her myself because she holds a very special place in my heart. Several years ago, when she was still based in the Philippines, she's a former reviewee of 9.09er. But what I can remember the most with Miss Anna's experience, she's very tenacious and determined. In fact, she goes to class regularly, she transfers from one branch to another. And fast forward to 2022, she's already a registered nurse in New York, United States of America. And guess what? She's also a citizen of US as well. So hello, Miss Anna. I miss you.
Oh my God. For Irvin, you're going to make me cry.
That's okay.
It's been a long time, and nightmare will always be in my heart too. They helped me a lot. Imagine 5 times from IELTS that I took, and I will never forget for Irvin. On my last IELTS, on my 5th time, I scheduled a one-on-one with him. At first, I was so scared. I saw him coming, and I was like, I think I want to go home. But I said, no, I'm going to do it. And then I had a one-on-one with him. After a week, I had my test in Batangas. And the rest of history, here I am, achieving my dream. Whatever I asked for, because of the Niner help. Thank you for Irvin. I hope I see you again in personal.
You're such an inspiration to all the IELTS examinees worldwide.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And we also have another nurse with us today. Introduce yourself, Akriti. You're on mute. There you go.
Hello, I'm Akriti Pokhrel from Nepal.
Tell us about yourself, about your background.
Okay, I was born and brought up here in Nepal, and currently I am here in Nepal, and soon I'll be there. I work as a pediatric nurse here in pediatric emergency unit. So I recently gave my PTE examination 2 days back.
Wonderful. That's so exciting. And we would love to hear more about that as well. And why don't you tell us about your background?
So I'm Anna Cruz. I came from the Philippines. I've been here in New York for 7 years now. But before I came here, I had a lot of struggle. I was born with I am born with cleft lip and palate. It's a speech defect, and IELTS is the most challenging test of my whole life. It's very hard. I mean, I know it's only English, but no matter how good you are in vocabulary or in grammar or in fluency, you cannot really talk clear I mean, it will be very hard, but with the help of a very reliable review center like Niner and for Irvin, my dream of working here in America was able to happen. So now, like for Irvin said, I try my best to help and inspire people, even if you're a normal people or you have a speech problem. With the right attitude, faith, and review center, your dreams will come true. And now it's not only IELTS, there's OET and PTE, there's so many choices now. Unlike before, 8 years ago, it's only IELTS. So imagine how much money I spent to be able to be IELTS. But I always say this in the fora, one of the biggest Facebook group for nurses. Do not stop, do not give up, just continue fighting, and thanks to your American dream, phonetics and Niner are always there to help you and guide you. Thank you.
What I like about Miss Anne is that she pays it forward. Why? She's currently an admin of two of the biggest nursing groups worldwide. So Lefora has more than 160,000 members.
And all of the members are Filipino nurses looking to come to the United States.
Just like that. But Miss Anna right here is sharing her knowledge to help other nurses to follow her path going to the United States. What about our third guest? We have another guest for tonight.
You're on mute. You're on mute.
Sorry. Yeah. Hi. My name is Grizel. Yeah, I'll just introduce myself. I'm a registered nurse from the Philippines. I'm currently living here in the UAE. Hi. Nice to
Which
meet you.
English examination did you pass? Is it IELTS, PTE, or OET?
I took PTE this month.
Well, so we have a mix. We have IELTS, we have PTE, all of these new exams that have now been accepted so that nurses can come to the United States. Also, if you're looking to come to the United States, please apply at kinetics.com/application. Kinetics has a lot of open positions and specialties all over the United States. So if you would like to become like one of these nurses here, please apply on our website.
So perhaps we can talk about the experiences of Crizel and Akriti, who passed their PTE examination recently. Because Miss Anna passed the examination during the old policy of CGFNS, but our two nurses right here passed the examination recently after the announcement of CGFNS new policy. So perhaps let's start with Akriti. Can you please share with us the initial challenges and hurdles when you prepared for your PTE exam?
Okay, as PT is a very new examination for me. I didn't know about it at all. So I practiced for 1 month. I gave 4 or 5 mock tests, and I found the speaking portion very challenging. And compared to other, listening was quite easy for me, and speaking part was quite difficult for me. My fluency and pronunciation was not good as I'm not a native speaker, and I practiced speaking portion more, and I gave exam with confident, and I scored and I got the score.
That's absolutely wonderful. And here in our chat, we have other nurses, it looks like, that have also passed the exams or preparing. We have Glory saying that she passed her English exam. Yay. We have Shakir from Bangladesh watching, Genocide from Turkey. Also, we have a question here from Genocide, which is asking which exam is easier? Who wants to take that? I think that Irvin would probably be the one to answer that one.
Okay, instead of saying which examination is easier, I bet it's more important to ask yourself which format you're more comfortable with. Because if you are the kind of nurse or healthcare professional who wants topics to be related to your profession, then I would rather that you take OET, because in OET listening, you encounter a doctor, a nurse, a patient talking about the medical condition of the client. Say, for instance, whiplash or ulcer or diabetes or hypertension. In the reading subtest of OET, the passages talk about phlebitis or inflammation, and these are topics which are not totally foreign to healthcare professionals. Especially in OET writing, you're not going to come up with an essay, but you're going to write a letter, a referral letter. You're going to endorse one patient to another nurse, which means to say it's as if you are working in OET. It's just that you communicate in English all throughout. Imagine OET speaking, you are performing the role of a nurse in the role play. So you are talking to a patient or a relative of a patient. Now, for people who are not really comfortable when talking to an examiner, they might want to consider PTE, because for PTE, you're not talking to a human being, you are just talking to a computer. Basically, you are on your own, and then PTE is purely computer delivered, which means to say there is no paper-based version for this examination. For the speaking part, number one, there's read aloud sentence. Number two, there's excuse me, repeat sentence. Number three, retell lecture. There is describe image and answer short questions. For people who want to be casual or conversational with their approach, they might want to take IELTS. Now, speaking of these English examinations, what are the required band scores? If you're going to take IELTS, speaking must be 7, while overall must be 6.5. It really doesn't matter whatever grade you get for listening, reading, and writing. If you want to entertain the idea of taking OET, FYI, OET does not have an overall band score. That's why CGFN has decided that for speaking, it must be B or 350. And because there is no overall band score for OET, listening, reading, and writing must be C plus or 300. In the case of PTE, there is an overall band score, so nurses are supposed to get 55 overall, and for each subtest, a grade of 50. So hopefully, that overview will help our nurses from around the world to decide which English examination is most appropriate for them. What about Miss Crizel right here, who took the examination in UAE? Would you like to share your experience to the rest of the nurses watching the show right now?
Yeah, sure. So I've taken the PTE here in Dubai. Luckily, there is an exam center here for PTE because it's not that common, unlike IELTS and OET. So it's quite easy, I can say, with the scheduling and taking, because it's only like computer based. And it's the result can be available in just less than 3 hours.
3 hours. That
Yeah,
doesn't
less
seem
than 3
too bad. That doesn't seem too bad at all. Crizel, tell us, why did you decide to become a nurse in the United States?
So yeah, maybe most fellow RNs will agree to me that we can achieve financial stability and career advancement in the US compared to our home country. So that's the reason why I decided, and it's like working for your retirement.
Speaking of the need for nurses in the United States, Miss Anna right here is a nurse in the US. And rumor is going on around that US badly needs nurses. So let's verify, is this true that US is indeed in need of nurses, or there's an oversupply of nurses in the US right now?
Oh no.
Hashtag real talk.
Well, the rumors are true for Erin. The US is in dire need of nurses. Like, not just in the Philippines, I think it's all over the world. Everyone is leaving bedside because some are retired. Everyone doesn't want to work anymore because some doesn't want to have a COVID vaccination. That's why another area to pursue being a nurse in the US is being a traveler, not just a regular nurse. They're hiring nurses, regular staff nurse, immigrant nurses, travel nurses. Everyone here is in need of nurses. So all the nurses out there, be in the Philippines, wherever you are, come here, go get your class, be IELTS or OET or PT. We're waiting for you. The US is in need of a lot of nurses.
And Anna, why did you decide to come to the United States?
Number one reason is like myself for financial gain. So I worked in the Philippines for 12 years as an OR nurse in the city, and I only earned $200 a month. I never saved any money. There were no benefits. I love Philippines. I love my work and experience. But I believe that nurses there are overworked and underpaid and undervalued. And if you want to have a family, like right now, I have I have a 12-year-old daughter. Of course, we all want the best for them. So after 12 years of working, I was like, I have to go somewhere else where my future will be better as for my family. And since I have I have families in US, that's the first country that I thought. I cannot go to UK because they all require 7. I can hardly make 7 in speaking. And Australia, I don't want to go back to school, so that's why I came here in the US for greener pastures. I'm not gonna deny it, and I am grateful, thankful because what I was praying for now it's happening. My American dream is, I achieved it with the help of Niner, of course. I will always be grateful for Irvin.
Congratulations, Miss Anna and Miss Grizel, for your success. Both of them are from the Philippines, but we'd like to ask Miss Akriti of Nepal, is the situation the same in Nepal? Are the nurses over there underpaid and overworked as well?
Yeah, that's the problem here. We have to work very much, but we are so underpaid. And my choice for choosing US is that for financial stability and for professional growth, and as well as they provide this permanent resident visa. So that's all.
And we're seeing that Glory here in the chat is asking, please, with my English exam, only can I register with Kinetics USA, or should I take the NCLEX exam before I can register? That is a really good question, Glory. So what we do here at Kinetics USA, we're matchmakers, and we match you with a healthcare center, a healthcare facility here in the United States. We take care of green cards. We have partners that take care of green cards for you, and we also help you get through the licensing as well as onboarding, circle of support once you receive, once you come here to the United States. So you're completely supported through the entire process. We do say that it is best for you to be able to get started, for you to have your NCLEX exam taken, done, and then we can connect you with an employer here in the United States. Now, from there, you can take the IELTS or the PTE or the OET exams during this process when you're going through immigration, when you're getting all of this paperwork done. You cannot start until you pass the English exams, but it is part of the process. And that's why Kinetics, we help you out. We do have an NCLEX scholarship as well as an English exam scholarship.
This is how generous Kinetics is. Imagine back then when Miss Anna applied, I can't remember if there were employers or direct hire agencies that offered free NCLEX review, free NCLEX exam, free IELTS review, and free IELTS exam. So the nurses right now are in a much better position with blessings left and right. And I think Miss Grizel can attest to this one because the process now is a lot faster as compared before. So before I ask Miss Grizel, I want to double check with Miss Anna. Back then, how long was the processing? Like, did it last for 2 to 3 years? Several years ago?
It hurts. I'm the oldest one here, but you are right, Irving. Nurses now are very blessed. Were you Kinetics 8 years ago? So before, we have no direct hire. We have no Kinetics that help us. We pay out of pocket, and it took a while. I waited 8 years because I was abandoned twice by my agency, and we have no social media to help us out. So what I did was I bought a newspaper, and on the weekend I'm gonna cut it out, and on Monday I will apply in an agency. Well, before it was really hard financially, and the resources are very limited. And like nowadays, everything is available. You have support. You have a 24/7 liner. So nurses, come here. I mean, I don't. You have no any reason at all not to get your American dream.
Perhaps the reason why we ask Miss Anna to share her experience is because we'd like to compare this with Miss Crizel's experience with phonetics. Because as Miss Anna mentioned earlier, it was very difficult several years ago, but now everything is provided by Kinetics to the applicants. So, Miss Crizel, would you like to share your experience with Kinetics from NCLEX to IELTS or PTE, visa screening, and all the other support systems that Kinetics offers to the applicants right now?
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so once I passed my NCLEX, I immediately applied through the Kinetics website, and I know someone who is already there in the US who came there with the help of the Kinetics as well. So I'm very glad that I was hired by one of the employers of Kinetics. So the journey, I can say that it's smooth and they're very welcoming. And yeah, I got my offer within a month of applying. So I was very happy. And my process, initial stage is ongoing. I can say that um, I'm glad with their help because they're very approachable, and I can ask questions and they will answer me through email if any concerns with the process, because I know process to the US is very difficult and hard um, uh, to learn, and they are very expert on this. And I can say that they are very generous with providing a free IELTS or English exam review. And I was very lucky to avail one of those services by
It's so
Kinetics.
wonderful. It's so wonderful to hear that, Giselle. And we absolutely love all of our nurses all over the world preparing to come here and those here in the United States. And we have Jade right here in the chat who's saying, I am one of the scholars for the NCLEX RN. Fantastic. That's absolutely wonderful that you're part of our scholarship program. Wixie, I don't know if I'm saying that, Wixie. How is asking, Kinetics only accept for the nurses? How about healthcare assistants? We take all specialties, nurses, med techs, all of these positions that you can think about. We have them here in the United States because, as our guest told us earlier in Irvin, that there is a nursing shortage here. So we need nurses. I understand that in countries like Brazil, for example, there's a job shortage for nurses. So come here to the United States. We need you. We need you.
I'm very thrilled because when I met Miss Tanya, when she visited Manila, she told me that Kinetics has employees across the United States, and Kinetics was recently awarded as one of the biggest nursing companies in the United States, and top one for that matter. So I'd like to ask Miss Akriti to share her experience with how responsive, how professional and ethical the people of Kinetics are, in order for the other viewers right now who still don't have any or have not signed any contract with direct hire agencies in the United States.
Okay, I applied Connectics after passing my NTX examination, and I got my offer later after 1 week. And after that, the members of Connectic USA are very friendly, and they are replying every time. They are like every time very close to us. If I have any problem, then they reply me immediately, and I think my processing is also being very fast. I'm very happy that I get chosen by Connectic USA. That's it.
Well, we absolutely are so excited for you to come to the United States, and Crizel as well. And hopefully, you'll end up like Anna, who just this year became a citizen, which is so exciting. We have Glory here who is also asking, please, how long does the process take after passing the NCLEX. It depends, Glory, on where you're from. Every country is different on how the entire immigration process can go, has to do with the visa bulletin. Check out Kinetics USA's website. We have a lot of information there about immigration, so you can learn about that. And then as far as the English exams are concerned, Anna, tell us, how long did it take after you took the exam to get your scores?
I can't remember. I think it took me 3 weeks to a month. It's been like 8 years ago. That's how I remember it. We have to wait for I remember I took in IBP in Makati, so I think it's a month. Am I right for Irving?
Yeah, right now, there is a difference between the availability of results for IELTS on paper versus IELTS on computer. Because if you take the paper-based version, the results are out after 13 calendar days.
I
However,
took the paper base.
yes, 13 calendar days. However, if you're taking IELTS on computer, the results are out in as fast as 3 to 5 days. That's why if you are that anxious type of person, you don't want to be sleepless for 13 nights, might as well take the computer delivered version, because voila, in just 3 to 5 days, the results are out. And earlier, I remembered Miss Krazel saying that she got her results in less than 3 hours. But you know what, guys? Here's a joke in the Philippines, because when you take PTE, it's on the 27th floor of Trident Tower in Makati. So after the examination, when you go down, when you arrive at the lobby, you get to know your result already. So that's the typical joke in the Philippines. In less than 15 minutes, you get to know whether you made it in the examination or not. That's how fast the results are if you're taking PTE.
Meanwhile, me, I have to wait for 14 days and pray my novena.
I love that you put that idea of an elevator. Very nice. And then the 27th floor, imagine like taking a test on the 27th floor. You feel like you're on top of the world, right? You can do anything. Kriti, what was test day like for you whenever you went in to take your test?
On the test day, I was really afraid. I didn't know about this exam. It was first time I was giving this exam, and I reached there half an hour earlier, and I went there, and it's a computer-based test. So I think it's like giving NCLEX. It's same from that Pearson view. So all the official documents checking and all other things were similarly like that NCLEX. And I went, and that I sit on the desktop, and and they logged the ID, and my exam started, and I gave my exam. And it was so crowded. We were 10 people in a single room while giving that exam, so it was very difficult for me to give the speaking exam in that repeat sentence part.
Okay. Miss Krazel said that she prepared for the examination for just 1 month. And we have a lot of nurses worldwide who are so busy at work. They have a lot of priorities at home. So for Miss Krazel, who just prepared for 1 month, what is your advice to people who are also in a hurry to take the examination?
Yeah, so I can advise them that they can allot like 2 to 3 hours per day or every other day to practice for like example each section, and then when you master each section, you can do the mock tests for like straight 2 hours. Like you're doing like when the day of the exam, it's like you're doing it every time at home, so you'll be familiarized, and you will be confident enough to take the exam on the test day. Yeah, only you will have to know that on the exam day, you will not be alone. You will be with the other examinees. So the difficulty on that will be, even though you have a headset on, you can hear their voices, and you just have to focus on your own.
And Anna, how did you prepare for the exam? What did you do? I understand that you also had an extra challenge, especially with the speaking part. Tell us about that and how did you prepare for the exam?
So I took my final IELTS in the year of 2014. I resigned from my job. I enrolled myself in a speech therapy class for 2 months. And my classmates were as young as 8 to 12 years old. And then I have a one-on-one speech therapy. And every morning, 4 a.m., I will wake up early. I will do all the mouth exercise, tongue exercise, speech exercise. And I will review all the materials that I got from the Niner. I will record myself. If I hear that I'm having a hard time pronouncing the word, I will repeat it again or look for another word. So vocabulary helped me a lot with the Niner, and I'll do it. I'll make sure I'll talk for 3 minutes time. So if the speaker examiner will cut me, at least I'm above 3 minutes. And then since I'm not working anymore, I go to all the minor branches. I schedule myself for one-on-one. I'll go to their top branch, Monumento. For Irvin knows that, like, I was doing a minor tour. I have a blue paper that the examiner, the speaker examiner will grade me, and then they will always give me their feedback. So it was hard. Like, I almost want to give up because I feel like, am I really gonna do it this time? Am I gonna pass it? And my parents were like telling me, Anna, are you sure you really want to go to the US? I mean, I know you have dreams, but this is your time taking IELTS. And whenever I feel about to lose hope, I go to church, kaya ako baklaran, I cry my heart out, and then I'll go to another Niner. Whichever they have opening or speaking exam, I'll go there. And my final session is for Irvin. And when I went to Batangas, they have a exclusive Niner exam. So that's how I prepared. A lot of times, a lot of hard work that I need to refine because I really want to pass it. I believe that if you really want to get something, you have to work hard for it. Give your 101%. Keep praying, and of course, the right review center. I always mention it because they help me a lot. They gave me extra time to do my speaking art. So that's how I prepared 7 years ago.
Kinetics recognizes the importance of an effective and structured review program. Why? A lot of staffing agencies or direct hire employers do not invest in the preparation of their applicants, thinking, oh, there's YouTube for that. There's a proliferation of materials on the internet. Why don't you just watch lectures on YouTube? The problem with this, there is no communication because learning is one way. You can't ask the YouTube lecturer certain questions, and when you have hesitations or reservations in mind, you won't get the answer because you are not talking to someone who can address your concerns right away. And that's the point of one-on-one mentoring. Exactly why Kinetics is not afraid to invest in the preparation of the nurses. So good thing because Kinetics in every month on the average produces around 100 passers for English examinations. And when you pass your English test, definitely you're on the way to the United States. So perhaps we can ask Miss Akriti how the Kinetics sponsorship for her PTE review helped her in preparing for the examination without just relying on YouTube and some practice tests on the internet.
Okay, I couldn't attend the classes provided by Connected USA due to my working hours. So I practice it by myself. I gave some 2 to 4 mock tests and I gave my exam. I only practiced for 1 month, so I couldn't take the classes.
1 month, my goodness. Congratulations. That's
Thank
fantastic.
you.
And some people take 1 month, some people take years, and that's totally fine. It's totally normal. English is not an easy language to learn, and it's not an easy language to speak. And there are all these weird colloquialisms and different ways to say things. And Irvin, I know that you see this all the time. And also, there are different sections on each of the tests. Crizel, tell us, was there any particular section that you found the most challenging?
I can say for myself that it's speaking, because I get a bit tensed when I know that I am being scored when I speak. So I practice those sections a lot. Good thing is the highest part of the speaking section is the read aloud. I'm a bookworm, so I love to read. So the speaking section, read aloud, is the highest portion, and you can do like practices to speak naturally in a normal speed. And I can say the described image and the retail lecture, I found it moderate, moderate difficulty. While in the repeat sentence, I found it very difficult for me, because you have to memorize what the speaker have said, and your retention is being scored in this part of the speaking section, the repeat sentence.
Miss Anna earlier mentioned that she took the examination for 5 times. And guess what? A lot of people easily give up. After 2 instances, after 3 attempts, they don't want to pursue with their American dream. But perhaps one of the reasons why Connectics is doing this Onwards and Upwards show every Friday night is to keep that fire burning. You have to keep on fighting because it might be challenging. It might be a long and winding road, but I promise it's all worth it the moment you are granted that visa, that immigrant status in the United States, that citizenship, which is your long term goal. So, Miss Anna, any words of advice or words of wisdom to those who have struggled and are about to give up, even in just 2 attempts or 3 attempts?
Oh my God, no, never ever give up. No matter how hard, how expensive, how time consuming it is, never give up. You're allowed to stop, cry, whine, and then get up again. Make another plan. Maybe your plan A is not working. Make another plan B, C, D, work your time off, prioritize. Do I really want to achieve my American dream? What am I getting with my American dream? Not just financial freedom, but you're going to be a US citizen. It will be easier for you to travel. And I believe America might not be the perfect place, but hey, I must say America is the best thing that happened to my life, to my family. And so just plan ahead. There are times that you're getting tired reviewing, and IELTS is very expensive. Imagine 5 times. I started with 8,000 and then I ended up with 11,000 pesos. But 9 years there, the review center package is very affordable and it's like 24/7 available. We have no online class before. I really have to wake up, get up, and go to Baclaran branch or Monumento. Now you can do it online. And for Irving has a podcast. I won't need IELTS anymore, but I still attend to one of his review whenever he's online. So nurses, please never give up. Do it one time at a time. Make a plan. You're doing it not just for yourself, but for your future family and relatives. So that's all I can say. Please, I know it's not gonna be easy for normal people like me speaking. But please, always remember me whenever you feel like you're almost gonna give up. If Anna can make it happen, I can make it happen too. I'll see you here in the US.
I love the heroes. That is a hero right there talking. And that is the beautiful part about the United States, is that we have opportunity. And it is part of our culture not to give up, to keep pursuing, to keep climbing, because there is that opportunity here in the United States. And of course, if you would like to apply to Kinetics USA, kineticsusa.com/application. We're ready to go to give you a call. And we do, as Anna was saying, we do classes, we do courses. And one thing that we recently started is a new show every Monday, and it is called Kinetics College. What Kinetics College is, courses for you, free courses, a live show. Irvin is one of our English exam instructors, you and your team over there. Irvin, give us just quickly about Kinetics College and your new podcast.
For everyone watching this show right now, and for those of you who are about to watch the recorded version of this one, we are inviting you to participate every Monday. It's 8 p.m. in the Philippines, but what about the U.S. time, Miss Lashana? Please remind me.
U.S. time, it's 5 a.m. Pacific time, 8 a.m. Eastern time. It's 4 p.m. in the UAE. And then, Irvin, you know the time in the Philippines.
Yes, it's 8 p.m. in the Philippines. So that's every Monday. So first and third Monday of the month, it's free class for NCLEX because obviously you need to pass your nursing examination. Second and fourth Monday of the month, it's for English examinations. So for NCLEX, we have Aspire RN and iPass to give you free classes for NCLEX, anything related to the examination. Then every second and fourth Monday of the month, it's the turn of Swoosh and Niner. So Swoosh is in charge of listening and speaking, while Niner is in charge of reading and writing. That's why please mark your calendars. Make sure to attend the October classes of Kinetics College. So you get to see it here on your screen. October 3 with Sir Paul Biluan, Dr. Paul Biluan, free NCLEX class. And then October 10 with Mr. Scott Johnston of Swoosh. October 17, Sir Jay Padong of iPass Mentoring Academy. And then I'll be with Sir Brian to talk about taking the IELTS online test at home. I recognize that the CGFNS right now still does not accept IELTS online test at home. But if I may share with you, if anything, if history is anything to go by, they always start with a pilot stage. So right now, it's just academic exam, which you can take at home. Eventually, they will offer general training IELTS online test at home, meaning to say you don't have to go all the way to the testing center. And for some people, they have to travel from one city to another, fly from one region to another just to take the examination. But thank you, IELTS, for making this happen, because now you can take the examination at home on your own computer. Eventually, we are praying that CGFNS will also consider this one, because this is a huge help to all the applicants worldwide who have problems with finances in traveling and in allocating budget for hotel. That's why 9.09er is tasked to talk about taking IELTS online tests at home on the 4th Monday of October.
Yes, and we understand, Kriti, that you did a self-study, but let's get on to exam day. So you're about to take your exam. Where did you take the exam? Because as Irvin said, that it's offered so many different cities all over the world. Did you have to travel? And what was it like walking into that building, your exam day?
My God, I was very nervous that day. And my exam center was only 30 minutes away from where I stay here. So I went there and I was very nervous because it was computer-based examination and I was not sure about it. So there may be any technical error also if I give my all the best, but there could be technical errors that could decrease my marks. So I was so afraid to give the exam, but somehow I managed the confidence to give the exam. So
I'd like to greet Miss Meredith Stokes of Pearson, and she's also working with Mr. Mark Flores, who is the channel manager of Singapore and Philippines. So if you're taking the examination in the Philippines, there's a promo code that you can use that entitles you to a 10% discount for PTE. And I had to say that because I saw her comment here. Email us at usreco@pearson.com, and they are going to give you a free practice test code for PTE. That's very useful, especially for people who don't have plenty of time, like 2 months or 3 months to allot for the examination. So any freebie, any material that will help you in maximizing your potential of passing the test is obviously gold dust. So thank you, Miss Meredith, and thank you, Pearson.
It's gold dust.
I'm so jealous. 20 years ago, you're going to have it. It was a struggle, so I don't know what the other nurses are waiting for. Phonetics is there, minor is there, so grab the opportunity. Your time, waiting time is your number one enemy. So I'm so jealous. I'm so blessed.
Well, people are jealous of you, Anna, because of where you are. And, you know, Crizel, we understand that you are also packing your bags to come to the United States from the UAE. When you took the exam, what was your exam day like?
So I've taken my exam like in the afternoon. So I still reviewed on before I go to my examination uh building. So I tried to review still while I'm waiting for my time. So it was like I had to walk for 15 minutes before reaching the building, and I was gasping for air. And my concern at that time is I will not be able to speak naturally because of um, the long walk. But thank God that I was able to um, prepare myself and speak naturally for the speaking part of the test. And my nerves were kind of okay on that day, thank God. And yeah, so that I was able to pass the PTE on the first take.
Congratulations, Miss Grizel. Well, I'm just
Thank you.
curious because Miss Anna earlier mentioned that when she was still working as a nurse in the Philippines, she only earned $200 per month. But now, is it fine? If is it okay if you can share with us how much you are earning as a nurse per month in US dollars to inspire the others who are still doubting, who are procrastinating, and might be thinking, oh, US might not be for me, or oh, it's almost the end of the year. I'll just wait for next year before I'll start the process.
Just a range.
Great. So, well, I'm gonna
Like,
brag. I'm gonna brag so I can inspire. Okay.
like maybe more or less $2,000 or like 1.5 US dollars a month, like that.
Well,
And that's
what about
starting
Miss
out.
Anna,
So
a
7
registered
years
nurse in New
ago,
York for that matter?
I'm gonna give it two amounts for Irving and everyone's listening. So when I came here 7 years ago, I'm a regular staff nurse. I'm earning 45 to $55 per hour as an OR nurse. So in every month, I was getting paid 4,000 to $5,000 as a regular OR staff nurse. After working as a regular nurse for 3 years, I became a traveler, and my rate went up to $110 per hour. So now I'm getting paid weekly. It depends on the hospital. It depends on the need. But as a OR travel nurse, our range is very high and in demand. So I'm getting in between $22,500 to $4,000 in a week. In a week. So that's a gross pay. So it's a big money, but big responsibility. So you gotta save or retire. It's all worth it. That is what I'm trying to point out. It's not easy. IELTS and business free, but when you see those money coming in, your hard work pays off. Because when I was in the Philippines, I was crying. Only $200 in a month, while here it's only your 2 hours for the $200. And then you have your family, you're able to help your family back home. And there's so many jobs here. You don't want to work on call, be a traveler nurse. You don't want to work nights or weekends, work in an ambulatory surgery. So I don't know, guys, what are you waiting for? Sign up with Phonetics, write your exam, review with minor. We have so many resources and people willing to help you. I'm here, the Aura's here. I'm not getting paid. I just want to inspire you. If I'm able to do it, you can do it too. I mean, I love Philippines, but we have to go where our heart belongs and for our family. Right, for Arvin?
Yes, look at the exponential growth. $200 per month. Then when she moved to the US, upon entry, she can possibly earn $200 in just 4 hours. Because back then, she was earning like 40 to 50 per hour. And now, $200. I think she can earn that in just 2 hours. So, guys, $200 from 1 month to just
Mhm.
4 hours, and now just 2 hours. So you are fortunate because everything is sponsored by Connetics. All you need to do is to believe.
You
Because when you
believe.
believe, you are halfway there. It's always the first step. We take it
Yes.
one step at a time, but if you are on track and with the help of Connetics, you will go to the United States. Mark my word, one day. And I hope that it's sooner rather than later.
Absolutely. And Anna, that's such a wonderful story for you to share. But I do want to let our viewers know that the salary is based on your specialty. It is largely based on the cost of living. So depending on what city you live in, so New York is one of the most expensive cities in the world to live in, and California, like San Francisco, is the same way. So every state, every city has a different cost of living. So whenever you start working here in the United States, your salary, your hourly salary, and your overall salary is based on where you are living. So always keep that in mind whenever you're thinking about these numbers. It is a substantial difference though, and you can absolutely start a whole new journey for yourself. Kriti, have you already been placed, and where are you going to go to in the United States?
North Dakota.
In North Dakota.
Yeah.
Wonderful. You're going to be making snow angels.
Yeah.
The White Christmas. So
Okay,
what was it? Oh, go ahead.
I was just thinking because Miss Akriti right here is going to North Dakota, while Miss Anna is in New York. But what about the experience of Miss Crizel? Was there a specific state that she had in mind when she applied with Connetics, or was it Connetics that helped her to identify a state where she wants to possibly work someday?
Well, I can say like it's like destiny because they messaged me, they emailed me that there's only one slot available for an interview, and I would like to be hired as soon as possible. So I took that chance, and I was able to pass the interview without thinking a specific state. So I passed in this one of the employers in Texas, and I was very glad that I took that offer because they accept the PTE as an English. I mean, for a visa screen. So I think that's what I'm meant to be. That will be where I will be going.
Crizel, when you passed that exam, the English exam, and you had the score in your hand, what did that feel like? Because that's what got you into the state of being able to come to the United States and get the job. What was it like when you got your exam results?
Actually, my sister was the one who took the first glance. So she was joking me that, oh, your score is just like this. But when I saw my scores, I couldn't believe it that one of the sections, like the listening, I got 90, which is the perfect score, and then the rest are like above 70 and 80. So I was very glad and thankful for the scores that I've got, and all the hard work paid, all this support system and all the help by Kinetics really paid off.
Well, congratulations. You are meant to go to the United States. It's written in the palm of your hands. The stars have aligned and sent Connetics to help you with the process. May I just look at some of the comments here on our Facebook Live? Let's acknowledge the responsive, participative, and active live viewers. Hello, Miss Wengski How. She said, thank you, Connetics and Sir Irvin, for this FB live session. It's more of thank you, Connetics, for inviting me. Thank you, Miss Lashana. I got her message, I think last night, less than 24 hours ago. But I can't say no to Connetics. So whenever there is a meeting, a Zoom event, anything that has something to do with Connetics, I always say yes, because Connetics has a very special place in my heart. And believe me, I'm not alone. We are thousands of people who have love and support for Kinetics. Okay.
I said,
Benish,
Irvin, I need a co-host.
and I said, sure, 100% yes, without a doubt, no backing out. Benish Sardar is watching all the way from Pakistan. And Benish said, like the Philippines, or like in the Philippines, the salary in Pakistan is just 200 US dollars per month. So good thing for you, because there is an opportunity for nurses to go to the United States. And a lot of people, especially the bashers, the detractors, and naysayers, they tell me, how come you are pushing for the idea of going to other countries when you cannot even help yourself to go abroad? And I tell them, if only I were a nurse. But I'm not a nurse. That means to say I'm stuck in the Philippines for the rest of my life, because I finished a degree in communication research and there are not a lot of opportunities for me to go abroad. So look at the brighter side. You might be earning $200 per month in Pakistan right now, but this is actually preparing you for a brighter future to the United States, something that I can only dream of because I'm never qualified to apply. So it might be challenging for now. You were saying the monthly salary or doing NCLEX, but you know what? You are in the right profession, and with the help of Kinetics, you will be in the United States someday. And we also have Sarah Mupiga from Zimbabwe, very active, because when I did the Kinetics college class earlier this week, she was also present, and now 4 days later she's also present. So thank you for sharing the good news of Kinetics to the rest of the people in Zimbabwe and other parts of Africa. Miss Lashana, here's a question from Jade Dominguez Tawakni. For Illinois, do they accept PTE as an English exam? Should we ask representatives from Kinetics to coordinate with her regarding this matter, please?
Absolutely. So right now, what's happening is that the CGFNS, just about a month ago, I think it was, the CGFNS is a national organization that, to explain it, kind of gives the rules of who can come, the nurses to come to the United States, and what is needed in order for them to come as far as licensing and other paperwork that you need to have before you come. So recently, the CGFNS announced that the PTE and OET exams also count for the visa screen, the immigration part of coming to the United States. The IELTS has been accepted for quite some time, but now we also are helping nurses with their OET and their PTE exams, because that will help them with the visa screen. Now, remember, Kinetics is a direct hire company, so therefore, we're not just doing a work visa for you to come. We are helping you with green cards. So in order to get the green cards, you need to do the PTE, the OET, or the IELTS exams. And make sure that you go to kineticsusa.com/application. If you don't have your NCLEX, if you don't have your English exam, that's fine. We have scholarships for you. We will help you with these courses. We will help you get through this, and we'll help you achieve your American dream.
I guess I spoke too soon, because after reading the comment of Miss J. Dominguez Tawaknig, I failed to see the next comment, which came from Miss Meredith Stokes of Pearson. And yes, she has just verified Illinois added PTE too.
They're slowly coming in state by state. We're still learning which state can go with which exam. Our English exam team here at Kinetics knows much more about that than me, so they'll be reaching out to you and giving you more information about that, and as well as Irvin.
We have so many states here that you can choose from, and Kinetics, they have so many job placements. So just wait for it.
So just in case you're interested to know which states accept this and that, it's always a good idea to verify with Kinetics for the latest update. But like what we've said, as months go by, as weeks go by, more and more states recognize the other English examinations, because before it was just IELTS. Now, don't be surprised if there are 18 states accepting PTE. Then next week it will be 22. The following week, who knows? It might be 26. Then we'll never know. Maybe before Christmas, all states are going to accept PTE.
You never know.
We'll never know. We're speaking too soon. It's just what, the last day of September? But imagine in just 1 month, a lot of state boards of nursing accepted the other English examinations. So definitely we welcome this as a step in the right direction.
Let's go. I cannot believe that we're running out of time here. This conversation has been so fun and it's gone so fast. So let's do some final advice here. Akriti, for anyone who is preparing to take their English exams, what is the biggest piece of advice that you can give them?
I think practice and consistency. I don't think his PT is hard. Comparatively, it's easier than IELTS. You just have to practice, and I think 15 days or 1 month is enough if you practice regularly. You just have to be confident while speaking. All that matters is the confidence. It's a computer assistive test, so the result also comes within 2 hours of giving exam, and it's quite easy, I think, than IELTS.
Thank you, Miss Akriti. What about final words of advice or words of wisdom from Miss Crizel, who is based in the United Arab Emirates?
You're on mute, Crizel.
Yeah. So my piece of advice is to stay motivated, keep on practicing, and have prayers. Really works a lot. And yeah, God will guide us all throughout this journey, especially in the taking English exams.
What about you, Anna? Last words of wisdom and advice.
I know I've heard a lot of things, but please never, ever give up. Never surrender, no matter what will happen. No matter how hard, how life consuming, how expensive. Because if you're gonna give up, you're not gonna be able to live your American dream, and you're gonna miss a lot. So never give up.
It's a wonderful
Perfect words of inspirational and motivational messages from our guests. So once again, we'd like to thank Miss Akriti of Nepal, Miss Crizel, formerly based in the Philippines, but now in the United Arab Emirates, and Miss Anna, a former Filipino citizen, but now a travel nurse, a citizen of the United States and based in New York.
Thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. And as we say, Irvin?
Onwards and upwards with Kinetics.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Bye. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.